Hello everyone, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Todd Chrisley's attorney says he hopes to serve his prison sentence for tax evasion and fraud offenses at home. But things aren't looking good for the Chrisley Knows Best star. Todd's children, Savannah and Chase, said Todd and Julie were living in inhumane conditions while serving their prison sentences, while attorney Jay Sargent claimed Todd was abused in prison because of his celebrity status. Todd's counsel has recently revealed that he requested to serve the remainder of his prison sentence on home confinement, which was denied and is currently being reviewed internally, according to People. Todd's counsel stated that his petition was denied unfairly because the person in charge of processing it refused to do it. Todd submitted it, but the person who was administrating it and in charge of processing it decided she didn't want to do that, Jay told People. She made the decision not to do it. Then the application period expired, so he wasn't given adequate consideration for being admitted to home confinement or taking advantage of some form of probationary program. The attorney questioned the basis behind Todd's denial. It's very, very unfortunate, and that matter is now being investigated internally, and we feel as though there was no reason why it should not have been processed, even in light of his prison term, he said to People. The request was made under the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, CARES Act, which was passed in March 2020 in response to the COVID-19 emergency, and includes a clause allowing the Federal Bureau of Prisons to provide convicts at high risk of infection home confinement. The National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers website outlines the requirements for home release, which include being at least 60 years old, possessing COVID-19 risk factors, and serving at least 50% of their sentence. Todd is just 54 years old and has served only 6 months of his 12-year term, which amounts to less than 4% of his sentence. Following the end of the COVID-19 emergency earlier this year, the federal government halted the home confinement program in June, but a rule was created to allow offenders held under home confinement to serve the remainder of their sentences at home. Todd is currently serving his sentence at Federal Prison Camp Pensacola in Florida, while Julie is serving 7 years at Federal Medical Center, FMC, Lexington in Kentucky, as previously reported by the Ashley. In December, the pair filed appeals against their sentencing. The 11th Circuit Court of Appeals can either reverse the district court or remand the case back for hearings that should have been held, but were not held during the course of this trial. Jay explained to People regarding the next stages in the appeal. The counsel claimed that the Chrisleys were not given a fair trial and are being treated unfairly in prison. We argued very vehemently that their constitutional rights had been violated and that they were essentially denied a fair hearing, he told People. It's actually completely in black and white, and their living situations, both of them, he in Pensacola, Florida, and she in Lexington, Kentucky, are just ludicrous. We're not suggesting they deserve preferential treatment because they're celebrities. They are not. We're suggesting that they, like other inmates, deserve better care.